A big part of authentic happiness is the ability to have fun. When I talk about fun here, I'm talking about something that feeds your soul, something that makes you smile, something that stimulates your brain and gets your creative juices flowing, something you thoroughly enjoy doing. Hi, I'm Shelley Covert, and I have a question for you. Are you tired of putting on a fake smile and pretending you're happy when you're really not? Are you ready to stop chasing happiness and create it instead? This world we live in makes us believe we need something newer or bigger or better to be happy. But guess what? That's not real happiness. I'm going to teach you what I've learned about creating real, authentic happiness. So if you're ready to stop faking it and be happy for real, you're in the right place. This is the Make Happiness Happen podcast. We've been talking a lot about daily gratitude and how this one little habit can change your life. I know I make this sound like an easy habit, and in the realm of habits, it really is pretty easy. I mean, you're just writing down one little sentence, just thinking of one little thing to be grateful for. Really sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? But like most things, it's not always as simple as it sounds. I'm pretty sure there are some of you out there who are struggling to find something you're grateful for, let alone one thing every single day. That can be a scary, overwhelming, and downright frustrating place to be in life. It's also a very real place that almost every one of us will be at one time or another in our life. Maybe you're going through something really difficult right now. Maybe it's a divorce or the loss of a child. Maybe you lost your job or your home. Maybe it's a serious illness or something else with an unknown outcome. Maybe it's just something, anything, that is really rocking the foundation of your world. These are all very real, very devastating events that can more often than not suck the happiness right out of your life. Whatever it is you're struggling with, I'm guessing it's overshadowing everything else in your life, making it very difficult, maybe even downright impossible, to think of anything to be grateful for. Real life is like that. It's going to come with ups and downs. There will be times that it's very easy to be grateful, and there will be times that it feels almost impossible to be grateful. When you're focused on authentic happiness, you will learn that you can't always just push through those difficult times. We're done putting on that fake smile. It's time to find something that will spark real feelings of happiness. Think of this as a tool in your happiness toolbox. It's a tool you know you can reach for when you're struggling, a tool that will help bring you out of the muck and turn your feelings around, a tool that will help you once again focus on the things you have to be grateful for. The first tool we're going to talk about is fun. So a big part of authentic happiness is the ability to have fun. Now, when I talk about fun here, I'm talking about something that feeds your soul, something that makes you smile, something that stimulates your brain and gets your creative juices flowing, something you thoroughly enjoy doing. Maybe you have a movie or a TV show that you just love. Now, I'm not talking about vegging out in front of the TV here. I'm talking about something that really makes you feel better. So for me, it's the movie The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. I know that every single time I watch that movie, I will end up laughing so hard I'm crying. In fact, I don't even have to watch it to feel better. I can just picture my favorite scene of the entire movie and I start laughing without even watching it. Why are you wet? Why are you naked? If you know, you know. And if you don't know, you really do need to watch the movie. So I feel like there are 3 steps on this journey towards authentic happiness. I don't know if I like calling them steps because we're not necessarily going to go through them in a sequential order, and you don't have to complete the first step before going on to the next step. Plus, we're probably always going to come back to each of the steps. So I don't know if step is the best word, but I can't really think of anything better right now, so we're just going to go with it. Okay, so the first step is know you. The second step is be you. And the third step is love you. Okay, so when you start on this journey towards authentic happiness, you need to start by figuring out who you are. You need to know you. That can be difficult, especially in our society. This world that we live in, it teaches us to put on a fake smile and even a fake persona. We learn to pretend to be someone we're not. Do you remember when I shared how being in a relationship became a crutch for me throughout my life? Well, something else came out of that. I found that my personality shifted based on who I was in a relationship with. It was more than just compromising or learning to enjoy what my boyfriend was enjoying. I was actually changing who I was in hopes that he would love me more. So one of my favorite examples of this is called the egg scene in the movie The Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. Ike, played by Gere, is saying to Maggie, played by Roberts, "You're so lost. You don't even know what kind of eggs you like. With the priest, you wanted scrambled. With the deadhead, it was fried. With the bug guy, it was poached. And now it's like, egg whites only, please." Towards the end of the movie, there is a scene where Maggie is standing in front of a bunch of plates with all different kinds of eggs on them. She's taking a bite of each one to see which style of eggs she likes best. And at the end of the movie, Maggie tells Ike that she loves Eggs Benedict and hates all the others. I love how by trying all the different kinds of eggs, she figured out which one was her favorite. So take a moment to think about what you enjoy doing, to think about your hobbies. What do you like to do in your free time? What puts a real authentic smile on your face? Do you like to play in the garden, go on a nature hike, golf, quilt, knit, paint, curl up with a good book and a glass of wine? Do you know what you enjoy? What puts a smile on your face? What makes you authentically happy? If you don't, now is the perfect time to figure it out, and one of the best ways to do that is to try different things. So think about all the things you've always wanted to do but haven't tried yet. What's one thing from that list that you could try today? I really want you to figure this out because having this tool of fun in your happiness toolbox can make a huge difference on those days when you're feeling down, when you're struggling to find happiness, when you don't think you have anything to be grateful for. So when my daughter Megan, my only child, was getting ready to leave for college, I knew I was going to struggle a bit. I knew I would need something to fill the empty space in my life. For the past 18 years, I was mom, and even though I knew Megan leaving for college wasn't going to change that, it kind of felt like it did. Now that she was moving out on her own, she wouldn't need me as much. It made me question if I was really still a mom. I didn't feel like a mom. I felt like my identity was gone, like the person that I had been for the past 18 years had just poof, disappeared. So I signed up for a pottery class at a local art studio. Now, I'm going to be honest here. Ever since seeing the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore, are you seeing a pattern here? I really enjoy movies. Anyway, ever since seeing Ghost, I had always wanted to try a pottery class using a pottery wheel. I can't be the only one, right? Please tell me there's someone out there that is the same way, right? Well, anyway, I really enjoyed that pottery class, but I also learned once that class was over, I was really just kind of ready to be done, ready to try something different. It was fun, and I'm glad I tried it, but it didn't feed my soul. Now, if you don't know yet what feeds your soul, now is the perfect time to start figuring it out. By spending the time now to figure out who you really are and what makes you truly happy, you can avoid some of the unknown. Being proactive and recognizing the situations and times that might make you question who you are can be very valuable. Don't be afraid to try new things because as we move through this life, we change. Once you become a parent, that changes you. Once you become an empty nester, that changes you. Once you become a grandparent or once you retire, that changes you. As we grow and mature, we change. That's just proof that we need to take time to reflect on who we are, even if we think we already know. Now, if you're not sure where to start, ask yourself what you would do if you had a day off with no responsibilities. I want you to think beyond watching TV or scrolling social media because those really are just ways to escape life. Instead, I want you to think about something that would actually make you happy. Maybe it would be playing the piano or playing the guitar or taking a trip to the zoo or going golfing or quilting or just going for a walk through the park. I want to challenge you this week to spend some time figuring out what you enjoy doing, what makes you happy, what feeds your soul, and be willing to try something new to figure that out. We are creatures of habit, which means we tend to get stuck in our comfort zones, in the boxes that we create for ourselves. We tend to eat the same thing, do the same activities, go the same places, talk to the same people. We kind of get on autopilot. When that happens, we can lose a little bit of ourselves. We can forget who we are. So this week, take some time to explore who you are. Maybe cook something different for dinner or try a different restaurant. Maybe read a different book or watch a different TV show, or just turn the TV off altogether and do a puzzle or go for a walk. So as I'm recording this, school is starting back up, and a lot of my friends are posting the first day pictures of their kids. You know, the ones with the signs that say first day of school, my name is, and starting this grade, and favorite color, all those things. Well, I want you to think of this as your first day of happiness school, and I want you to fill out your first day of happiness school sign. Okay, so this is the first step on your journey of figuring out who you are. So ask yourself some of those same questions. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite activity? What's your favorite food? Your favorite TV show or movie or book? What feeds your soul? What would you do if you had no restrictions on your time? I don't know. Think of some questions like that. Ask yourself those questions and take the time to actually really, really answer them so that you get to know who you are. And then, if you're really brave, take a picture of yourself holding your sign, or just a picture of yourself and put it on your sign. So what I love about a picture is that a year from now, you'll be able to look back at this picture, and I would bet you will see a difference. You're going to see the difference that authentic happiness is making in your life. I would bet that you'll look happier, younger, and maybe less stressed, hopefully less stressed. Authentic happiness has a way of showing up in your face and in your presence, in your entire being, and I think you will see it in the picture. So, are you ready to see those changes? If so, you've got some work to do. All right, until next time, choose to be happy, my friends. As always, thank you so much for tuning into the Make Happiness Happen podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you're subscribed wherever you listen to podcasts. And even better, leave a positive review. If you want to dive deeper into the topics and discussions we have here, I would encourage you to head over to makehappinesshappen.com and sign up for my newsletter. It's the best way for us to get to know each other even better. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time on the Make Happiness Happen podcast.